Alright, so this is my new toy, my first cast iron piece of heavy duty hardware here. It's a Parks surface planer, dating from who knows where, or who knows when, an old American company. It's probably, I don't know, 40, 50 years old, I'd guess. So this is the in-feed end of it. You can see the table adjusting wheel right there. It's got this nice little homemade belt cover, since probably when it was made it was pre-OSHA and didn't really have any protection. The motor's underneath that part of the box, the cord coming out. That's the outfeed end of it, a little homemade flap there. I guess there was no, I don't know if there was no cover or if it got lost. And here's the innards of it. Those are the knives right there, and the rollers, in-feed roller and the out-feed roller. There's a gearbox here, so if anything gets stuck, you can just take it out of gear by doing that. Kind of handy. Pretty simple device. Get all these adjustments here. These are the in-feed roller adjustments. The outfeed, well, I guess the knife. I haven't adjusted that one. And also you can adjust the table rollers with some adjustments down there, which I don't know if you can see or not. I've had the pleasure of adjusting all of those because transporting this home kind of got it all out of adjustment. But the whole bunch of tools, yeah, it's working pretty good now. So it was kind of fun to adjust it. I found the original instruction manual on the internet, like you can these days with everything. So anyway, that's a fairly significant bit of hardware. Does a pretty good job of cutting through just about anything. Has a 1.5 horsepower motor, 20 amps, which is about the most that I can run here. So this is about the most heavy-duty machine I could get for home use here. So I'm just going to turn it on and give you a little sample of how it works. Alright, so if you were here, I would tell you to put your dust mask on, because this thing can make sawdust like nobody's business. So I'm just going to go turn it on. Wonder why I had to go out of the picture, turn it off. That's because it has no on-off switch at the moment, so I'm actually using my breaker to. So anyway, you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'm looking through the viewfinder. Pretty smooth. There's a piece of white oak. It used to be a lot thicker than this, but I used it as my test strip. So yeah, it's got no. We're very, 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 I can't even feel it anymore. I've got it pretty well adjusted. When I first brought it home, it was digging in quite deeply at the back and the front, and that was mainly due to roller tension. But right now, it is pretty darn smooth. So yeah, I'm going to be using this in building my traditional humblebee, and be using this to machine up the cedar and all the other bits and pieces that are going to have to go into this thing. So it's going to get a good workout. Somebody, the original owner told me that somebody had built a 50-foot schooner with this, or not this particular machine, but one just like this. So should be more than up to the job. While I'm here, I thought I'd give you Somewhat better look at the my varnishing job than I've been able to do with still pictures. You can see that nice mirror-like finish that everybody wants to get. I've got about 5 coats on the seats so far, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. A couple more coats and they'll be ready to go. These are all the other bits and pieces. The breast hooks and the knees. You can see that they are looking a lot better than they were a few weeks ago. And my little, I don't even know what you call it, the thing that holds up the seat. And a couple of cleats to hold everything together. And the transom, also very nice. You can see how nice and shiny it's getting. This needs a few more coats, but it's coming along. And the rest of it is still kind of in dire need of work. But I got the seat risers there. I think they have 2 coats of thin varnish on them, so they're not getting too shiny yet. But the stem is doing pretty good. So it's coming along.